Welcome. You're tuned in to the Tek Thyme podcast.
Tek Thyme podcast.
Tek Thyme.
Tek Thyme podcast.
Tek Thyme
Podcast.
Tek Thyme and I podcast.
Hello again. I am back like I promised. It's your boy King Ramsey, aka Ty, with the Tek Thyme podcast. Today, no fee, scheduling conflict, but in the interim, I brought in a special guest, definitely a friend to the podcast, friend to me in real life. Some may consider him my big brother. We're gonna don him with the title CEO, resident vegan, plant, friend to the plants, friend to the animals. I guess he's not a friend to the plants because he's eating them. We got my boy Chad representing ToMicogreens here. Round of applause for him, please.
What up?
Chad, thank you for taking time in your busy CEO life to come down and break bread with us, though we're not really breaking anything but agua. But yes, thanks for coming on. Introduce yourself to the people, man.
Yeah, no worries. So my name's Chad Williams. I guess you could say I'm the CEO of ToMicogreens, like Ty just said here. Met Ty in university, I don't know, about 10 years ago now.
Yeah, 10, 12, some shit like that.
Yeah. So ToMicogreens, I started the company during the pandemic, and it's kind of starting to get legs right now, so Ty asked me to come through.
Yes.
So I'm here.
Appreciate you. So, I'm sure the question on everyone's mind right now is, what the fuck is a microgreen? So could you explain to the people who are not hip to it exactly what a microgreen is?
All right, for sure. So a microgreen is pretty simple. It's just like the young version of a full-grown edible vegetable. So like you eat broccoli, there's broccoli microgreens. You eat arugula, there's arugula microgreens. And like the scientific way of defining that it's a microgreen is it's a sprout that is grown just before the formation of the true leaf. True leaf is just like, I don't know, the main, like the real leaf of the plant. So a microgreen will have like 2, maybe 3 baby leaves, pretty much. And then the true leaf will form from those, and the baby leaves will fall off. So microgreen is before that true leaf comes, and those baby leaves are still there.
So these are the eggs of vegetables.
I mean, that'd be the seed, but it's like the infant.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to make it weird for you guys, but okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So why microgreens? Like, what kind of inspired this this transformation, and during the pandemic too, like when everyone was kind of, just give us a background of what's the story behind all this, man?
The pandemic actually had a lot to do with it. So there's kind of two converging reasons or like things that happened that sparked this. So basically, me and my wife, fiance at the time, we just got our first house, which was a condo, and we had like a small little deck area. So we started putting some plants in there to like pretty it up a little bit. And then that kind of got Steph, my wife, a little plant crazy. Mm-hmm. So Ty knows the house kind of became a mini forest.
Yes, it was a jungle.
And I realized I don't really care about plants. I don't care about plants if I can't eat them. I didn't care about watering them. I mean, they're cool to look at. I knew the health benefits of having plants in your house, but they didn't really do it for me. So I decided to start getting some edible plants. So we planted peppers, tomatoes, a few other things.
Little urban garden life.
A little urban garden outside in a little patio deck. And after 3 months, and you can't see, but a small amount of harvest, I'm like, this is stupid. You put all this effort in, you look at it grow for months. You get 4 peppers. You got a decent amount of tomatoes, but wasn't all that.
For the amount of effort, it was not worth it.
No. So that got me just casually looking up higher yielding things that you can plant.
Right.
I discovered microgreens, and I happened to actually have, and I fully forgot, I had like a starter kit for pea shoots, which are microgreens. Mm-hmm. And I got it from like my work months before. So I tested it out, grew it, ate it. It was cool. It worked. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. It was fun. It was kind of like a little science experiment.
Right.
And then the second thing is the pandemic as well caused, like everyone's home.
Yeah.
Everyone's home all day. Didn't have much to do. So I had time. So I had time to look into all this. I ended up going down like a little YouTube rabbit hole. Finding out like other people who started
This guy went to YouTube University.
Yeah.
Graduate.
Other people who started microgreen businesses like in the States and stuff like that. And just seeing what they're doing. And I'm like, let me do this as a little side project. A little thing on the side to like keep me entertained while I'm at home.
While you're not coding.
Yeah.
He codes, by the way.
Yeah, software developer. So then, I found out it was kind of cheap to get started. So I think I invested maybe like $1,000, a little bit more than $1,000. Got like the seeds, the soil, the equipment, the racks, everything to like grow everything in. And just started kind of growing, trial and error, using different seeds. And that's how it started. Yeah.
Nice. And now we're here today at ToMicogreens.
Yeah. Realized it could become a legit business.
Dope. So like what kind of different products you got? Because I know you're not just growing one type of seedling. You got
a few.
You got a few different variations.
Yeah.
With like different flavors and all that good stuff.
I again in the research, in the YouTube rabbit hole, in the Google rabbit hole, I was kind of looking into good starter options, but also things that tasted good, things that were healthy. Mm-hmm. And I decided on 4 main ones to start. We grow others, but there's 4 main ones that are on our website right now that you can easily get. It's micro broccoli, micro radish, pea shoots, and sunflower shoots. I can break them down a little bit. Sunflower shoots, probably the tastiest. They're surprising. Like you wouldn't think you eat a sunflower, but the sunflower shoots are pretty tasty and pretty high in protein.
What kind of flavor can people expect from that one? Is it more of like a sweeter, savory?
It's an interesting one. It's kind of like a slight nutty, slightly sweet flavor. Okay. And very crunchy. It's one of the bigger ones. So that on its own can go into like a sandwich, and like you will still have a noticeable crunch just from like 4 or 5 little sunflower shoots.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really good. Pea shoots, kind of similar. Mm-hmm. High in protein. They're a little bit bigger. They have it's kind of funny to say, but like a slight pea taste, pea shoots. But they're a bit more mild.
Okay.
Then radish, that's the interesting one. It's pretty spicy. Yeah. Like a different kind of spice, almost like a wasabi kind of spice. Right. So that one is good in sandwiches, good to top on salads and stuff like that to give it a really different taste. People it's kind of like a love-hate thing with that one. Yeah. But it mixes well with things. So by itself, if you eat a lot, it's kind of weird. A lot.
Yeah. But if you pair it well, kind of like a good wine.
Yeah. And it's surprising, like, if you have a handful of radish, you're going to feel it. Like, it's a weird feeling. It's not like a regular spice, but you're going to feel it. Right. That exact same amount mixed with, like, a curry or something like that. You won't really notice it. You get, like, a little hint of the flavor, but you won't have that, like, strong back of your throat reaction. And then we got broccoli. So broccoli is, I'd say, like, the king of microgreens in terms of nutrition. Right. So it's considered the healthiest. A stat you'll see a lot if you look it up is that it's up to 40 times more nutrient dense than it's like full-grown broccoli counterpart.
Than actual broccoli?
Yeah.
Someone told me broccoli was like a fake vegetable.
It technically is. It's a result of not genetic modification, but like breeding. Breeding. Okay. So like, if we can get into it a little bit.
Yeah, please, because I was like, that kind of blew my mind. And it's kind of great that you're here to talk about this, because I didn't do any research after that. I just heard it, I was like, That doesn't. I don't know if that's real or not.
It's not fake, but there's most of the vegetables we eat now aren't the ones that were like wild before.
Right.
So I can't remember the name of the actual initial, variety of vegetable, whatever. Mm-hmm. But brassicas, I believe they're called, are a type or like a family of vegetable, and that's like broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, kale, kohlrabi, a few other things.
Kohlrabi?
Yeah, look it up. It's a thing. So all those are types of brassicas, and brassicas come from one wild variety of vegetable. Forget what it's called. And so each of them kind of come from a different part. So broccoli, you'll think it's weird when I say it, but if you actually look at it, it's the flower.
Huh.
The broccoli is the flower of that vegetable, and then they just kind of bred it to now become broccoli. But what we eat, it's basically the flower.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's not a fake vegetable, it's just kind of like a bred to be what it is vegetable.
Okay.
Yeah.
My boy Chad coming with the knowledge. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you talked about what you do. You talked about what microgreens are.
Yeah.
The advantages of eating microgreens.
Okay. Well, I will say also they're it's kind of considered like the nature's multivitamin. So in general, all microgreens are a lot more nutrient dense than their full-grown counterpart.
Okay.
So
is there a reason why that is?
It's kind of simple as like the seed itself has all the initial nutrients to like create a plant, right?
Right.
The initial bit. So obviously it gets some from the soil and some from the sun, but a lot of that is in the seed. So if you think of like the size of a full-grown broccoli compared to the size of a microgreen, which is maybe, I don't know, an inch, 2 inches tall, 2 inches long, and like the weight is nothing in comparison.
Right.
All those nutrients are
concentrated.
compact. Right?
Okay. So it's just concentrated vitamins and nutrients.
Yeah. So you can get like a lot more vitamins and nutrients in like a handful of micro broccoli than one full broccoli. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a little cheat code.
Yeah, it's an easy way, like, eat less greens, get more nutrients. If you hate greens.
Yeah, so all you people that hate fucking vegetables, first of all, grow the fuck up. We're adults. Unless you're a kid listening, in which case, I don't know what your parents are doing, but they're either doing a really good job or a terrible job, because you should not be listening to this podcast just yet. But yeah, if you don't want to have your greens, you can get them in the form of microgreens and still get all them nutrient goodnesses.
Yep. And they taste better too.
Yeah, I've sampled a lot of the radish one. That's like the pink. It's like pinkish green. Yeah. That one definitely has a very interesting taste. I've never actually had a radish in real life. I think I might have had horseradish before.
Have you ever seen like?
I don't think I've seen a radish before, bro.
So like a lot of plates, you'll see like it almost looks like a sliced apple. It's like red and like white on the inside. It's like this big.
So then, yes, I have seen a radish in real life.
I knew you, yeah. I thought the same thing when I saw it too.
I was like, I've never seen this vegetable.
Yeah.
But I definitely have seen this vegetable.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, I've never had radish before. And then like I found out what it was. I'm like, oh, I've eaten that many times.
Yeah, okay. Radish, you've tricked your way into my stomach. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. So, most important, what service... Well, obviously you sell microgreens, but like, what service do you bring to the people? Like, are you can I just call you like, boop, boop, yo, Chad, I need some microgreens. Mm-hmm. Do you deliver? Do you send it out? What do you guys offer?
For sure. So on the website right now, initially we had only a subscription service. So people could subscribe to whatever microgreen they wanted, and then they would get that on a weekly basis.
Okay.
So they didn't have to worry about like re-upping on the microgreens.
Right.
Recently, we introduced like a single purchase microgreen, so you can just buy one time. You don't have to do a subscription. And the main thing we do is we deliver. So we
GTA only or outside GTA?
Currently GTA only.
Okay, so yeah, you bums in like
Peel and
Peel's considered GTA, bro. I'm like, yo, don't be holding Peel, bro. What are you doing?
I know it's where you're from.
But like, you guys out of where?
Barry.
Barry?
Nope.
Yeah. Sorry, you're gonna have to wait or come closer.
Yeah.
To get this microgreeny goodness. Mm-hmm. Do you want to give people your prices? Do you have your prices offhand?
Yeah.
In terms of what you charge per package. Oh, you should also talk about the packaging because you did say something very interesting about that. But I'm gonna fuck it up, so I'm gonna let you take that over.
So first, in terms of pricing, every single purchase one we have right now, they range in weights because the microgreens are different sizes.
Right.
So in one container, a different weight will hold, but they're all $6. And for the subscription, it's all a bit cheaper, so that'll be $5 for any individual one. And then we have, on our subscription, we have the rainbow mix also, which is just a mix of all 4 of the varieties, much bigger, and that's $20, and that's pretty much more so for like a full family for the week.
Okay. So it comes with 4 packages or 4?
It's like one big package,
and then like
mixed in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and then so we the main thing about us is that we harvest on Wednesday,
right,
and we deliver on Wednesday,
right.
So if you buy from us, you get your microgreens literally the day that they were cut. So it's the freshest possible vegetables you've probably ever eaten, unless you grew them yourself or you're a farmer or something. Yeah.
Yes. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And in terms of the packaging, it's so for the single-use packages, we have like an environmental focus, so we didn't want to use a lot of single-use plastics. That's why we started with the subscription first. So we use reusable packages, and then we sanitize them, wash them each week, and then swap them. But for the single-use packages that we started now, they're not actually plastic.
Right.
Even though they look like plastic, they're plant-based. So I'm not sure the exact
science
process of it, but the materials in it, 100% plant-based, so it can be composted.
Boom.
Yeah.
A CEO that's not looking out just for his pockets. He's a man of the people, a man of the future, a man of the earth. Chad Williams.
Yep.
That was my endorsement for Chad for Prime Minister. Maybe 10 to 15 years down the line.
That's definitely not gonna happen.
Probably not, but who knows? It might be what the people need, man.
True.
It might be what the people need. Heavy is the head, Chad. Heavy is the head. Shit, man. We've talked about everything. Oh shit, no, we have not. Where can they find you?
Yes.
That's the most important thing. I almost got all this information out of you and didn't get the most important thing is where can the people go to find about your product and, do some more searching and look at all the microgreeny goodness and all the different. I'll be watching your stories and your page, bro, and a lot of this shit look good as fuck. I'm like, I think I'll be doing some shit. I'm like, damn, these guys be doing some shit over there.
Nah, it's nice. It's nice. You really upgrade your cooking when you add a little microgreens.
Garnish.
Yeah, and a footnote, microgreens are kind of more so in the fine dining experience, so they use that to garnish their plates or whatever. So that's where most people know about microgreens, and that's why a lot of people don't know about microgreens
because we're not
out there.
Yeah, we're not eating posh restaurants. We're not at Michelin star restaurants.
Yeah. So if you want to up your cooking game, up your plating game, up your nutrition, microgreens.
Fellas, he's talking to you, man.
So you can find us at it's simple, TorontoMicrogreens.ca, exactly how it sounds, and our Instagram is TO, so the letters TO Microgreens, and email. You can either get me directly at chad@TorontoMicrogreens.ca or the company itself, TorontoMicrogreens@outlook.com.
So yes, we will make sure that's all in the description so that anybody that is driving and trying to get all this down, please just focus on the road. But yeah, man, it's great to see that you're having success. I noticed that you the other day, who was it that shared your shit? It was some blog in Toronto, some big blog, Toronto blog, and I was just like, damn, my man is out here for real.
Yeah.
And I was gonna have you on the show before, but then I was like, yo, I gotta get him. I gotta get him now because this man is striking while the iron's hot. It's crazy. So could you get into what kind of work you're doing to to appeal to like a bunch of these different partners and like what the process is, just so for people that are either starting or trying to figure out how to do their thing, they know can like kind of have a game plan.
Yeah, for sure. It's interesting. It's definitely like the snowball effect is kind of starting to happen now. So like I was even telling you a bit earlier, someone that I tried to partner with maybe 2 months ago,
Right.
They never got back to me, or they didn't see the message or whatever. And then out of the blue, they they messaged on Instagram me. And it's kind of funny because like I was trying to get this person, they kind of ignored me. And now they're trying to contact me.
Yeah.
Long story short, they have an order for next week. So,
right.
And they're a chef, so they're doing like a styled photo shoot. So it's interesting to like before you're chasing people, now slowly
people are coming to you. That's dope.
Yeah. Last week, I won't say who it is, but there was even a franchise that kind of like emailed us,
Right.
just kind of like as an inquiry. They wanted to talk and have a call, so we're gonna try and set up a phone call with them just to kind of see like where their head's at, what they kind of want. Hopefully we can supply them. We'll see if it's anything less or more than that. But yeah, that was pretty interesting too.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah, but in terms of like how we got here, there's a lot of
One, I know it's a lot of work.
it's
It's work. So people that there's a trend nowadays where everyone is shitting on the 9 to 5, right? Where they're like, yeah, if you work a 9 to 5, you're a bum. Da 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 da. Bro, let me tell you something. You better appreciate your 9 to 5, bro, because your 9 to 5 is going to pay you whether you're shit at your job or you're not.
facts.
So this shit here is not for the faint of heart. You gotta show up every fucking day and give your best effort, whether you want to or not. That's the only way shit gets done.
I saw a great quote about that. Someone said a lot of people are rushing to quit their job so they don't have to work a 9 to 5 or 4, whatever. And they're saying people are working like 24/7, 365.
Yeah.
So that they don't have to work 40 hours.
Yeah, you guys
5 days a week.
You guys are crazy. Because the thing is, we look at the lifestyle, and especially because of like the social media era that we're in, everything's a highlight reel, right? So you see someone with a Lambo posted up, and they're like, I worked my whole life. They have like some kind of like clever caption. It's probably a Drake quote or something, or some type of Rick Ross Drake combination quote, and you're like, oh shit, pop, double tap, I like that. And then not like the algorithm starts feeding you more shit like that. So you're like, yo.
And another thing too, like
fuck this job.
If you think about it, like in terms of like business Instagram posts or YouTube posts or whatever, like what do you logically think is the ones that do better? The ones that are showing the people who are successful.
Right.
For every 10, 20, 100 people who are successful, there are probably thousands of people who did the exact same thing and failed miserably.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be as easy. Like some of these guys got lucky. Some of these guys had connections. Some of these guys put in crazy
amount of, like, that's the thing is like, even the guys that still got somewhat lucky, there's still hours and hours and hours of work behind that luck. So there's a lot of no's in front of that one yes.
100%.
And if you're not prepared for that, bro, just go to work.
Yeah.
Go to work and, just be thankful for the job you have.
100%.
Because I can attest, like, yo, just doing this, I just do this on the side. I don't get paid for this. I just do this because I enjoy it. And, like, shout out to y'all for listening to me talk. I never in a million years thought people would just listen to me fucking talk to people. And, like, that would be a thing. If I could get paid for this would be a wrap. Like, I would be like, that would blow my mind. For real. But I'm saying, if you're not prepared, this shit will swallow you. Because I'm doing this, and this is hours and hours of shit. Like, I'm editing. I'm like, before an episode drops, bro, I've listened to that shit like 15 times to the point where I don't want to listen to it again after it comes out. So it'll be like, yeah, you listen to yourself. I'm like, no, I'm tired.
I've been here.
And I don't have a video yet.
Yeah.
So like, once that happens, that's gonna be a whole nother beast in itself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm self-taught. So all this shit I'm YouTube University. Shout out to you,
Shout out to you,
because
dude.
I was lost as fuck. I'm like, I didn't know how to. I don't know how to like edit for voice or anything like that. But
Word.
and still progressing. But like you said, man, it's very satisfying when the doors that were saying no start to kind of creep open and start saying yes, and then that snowball effect of when you get that momentum.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of just like ball. Like at first you're shit.
Yep.
You're shit. You can only make your strong hand layup. Can't do no dribble moves. Can't do nothing.
Oh.
And then one day you're like, you know what? I'm tired of being shit. So I'm just gonna keep working. And maybe I won't be LeBron, but I at least will be better.
Facts.
A better version of myself. And that's another takeaway that I hope you guys like. There's never gonna be another LeBron or another Michael or another Kobe, rest in peace, or those people or another Steph Curry. Like when people say like Steph Curry like ruined the game of basketball, I understand it completely what they're saying. They're like, because his like strength is like a skill based thing. Mm-hmm. People are like, oh yeah, I can do that. Like no. He's already a talented shooter. Like he's already talented. And then put insane work ethic behind that talent, which is what makes him a like godly level shooter.
And I think the thing that people don't realize is like you look at like a Jordan or LeBron and you see
the final product.
You see how they're biologically different. You see how they're biologically gifted, right? Of course, they put in way more work than everybody else, but they're also clearly a step above in certain things, right?
Genetically gifted.
With Curry, it's possible there's that same thing is with him too. He might be biologically gifted in terms of being coordinated or being able to simply put a ball in the basket. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you can't see that, so you don't know it. I mean, there are hundreds of NBA players who probably put in near as much time as him. Look at his brother even.
Yeah.
Right?
Yo, his brother.
But nobody's Curry.
Yeah, no.
So there has to be, some other factors there.
Crazy. While we're on Curry, I gotta tell this story because this is how I knew shit was different. So, and then we'll get back to
Yeah, no worries.
But back when his pops was playing here, Curry and his brother were both playing for this rep team called Toronto 5-0, and we happened to be in a tournament downtown, and they were playing at another gym. So we went, like me and my pops, we went to go watch, and we came at like mid-second quarter. I don't remember the score. I just remember bare people there, Curry's mom going off, you know how she's really rah-rah, and then Dell's just there, cooling in the cut, just like this, like.
And he was a Raptor at the time?
Yeah, he's a Raptor at the time, so he's posted up, just in the cut, folded arms, just watching. No emotion, no nothing. People are coming to him to get like shit signed. He would break his arm. He was like very gracious. He would sign, and luckily it's before the era of like social media for real. Yeah. So it's not like people are asking for pictures or nothing like that. They're just like, yo, can you sign my shit? So we can sign it. Go back like this. The moment I knew like there was a different tier of player, bro, I saw Curry come up the court, man. Probably 2, 3, 4 steps max from half court. Pulled. No hesitation. And that's not the crazy thing. The crazy thing is that his teammates started running back on defense. And then I'm like, yo, what are they doing? Like, what if this, like, yeah, like, I'm like, first of all, this guy just pulled from God knows where. And there's also, this is not like an old Curry. This guy's like probably high school max.
I was going to ask you, how old do you think he was?
If I was, we're in the same like age bracket. So I think I was maybe.
I think he's 32, 33, somewhere around there now.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, so
I'm 29.
Yeah.
You're what, 32?
Yeah.
So he was probably in high school. I was probably like 12. So he was like 16,
15,
16, 17. So yeah, 17 maybe 17 max.
Yeah.
But either way, high school. Pulling from heaven. And just people are like they're running back on defense.
Crazy.
And I was like, okay, he did it one time. I'm like, all right, cool. I guess that must be a heat check. This guy did it like 3 more times, bro.
In a row or just in the game?
Just in the game. This guy did it 3 more times. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this?
I mean,
I was like, yeah, he's going to the league for sure.
oh yeah.
Like from there, I'm like, he's going to the league for sure. But yeah, man. Again, the work, you can't skip the work.
No matter how naturally talented you are.
Yeah, no matter, you're gonna hit a wall.
Yeah.
Like if Kevin Durant didn't work hard, he would just be a really good player instead of possibly the greatest scorer we've ever seen.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? And sorry to keep going to ball, but this is just kind of our thing. So to summarize, for the people that are trying to, get their shit off the ground, what's the advice that you would give them? Number one advice for me, I would just be like, yo, just keep going and just really, really, really have a strong, firm belief in what you're doing and what your plan is, and trust in your vision. Even though a lot of people are gonna question it, and like the people that are gonna question it are gonna be people that are close to you. That's the hardest part. Is like
Facts. Yeah.
Is like when people close to you are like, I don't know, man. You probably should do or maybe. And it's not because they don't believe in you. It's because they want to make sure you stay safe. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. They want the best for you.
They want the best for you, so they
waste your money. Or
they
whatever.
don't want you to screw your life away. And because it's not for them, they're thinking about your vision with their lens, and that's not always going to be the thing that works. So just honest, you gotta really, really know what it is you want out of this, and kind of just push towards that every day, and just get 1% better is what I would tell people.
Yep.
What about you, Chad?
There's a few things that come to mind.
Shit, tell them.
One of the first is like, once you have an idea of what you want to do, you have an idea of how to do it, done research, whatever, I would say just do it. Like, just start. The biggest thing is, or the biggest thing that holds people back, and not even just entrepreneurship or side hustles, whatever, but in life, is like paralysis by analysis.
Right.
So you overthink, you have to think everything has to be perfect before you start, or like you have to know everything before you start. You don't need to.
No.
Like when I started this, I wasn't selling right away, but I was still growing stuff. I was still figuring it out. I use like friends and family members as like test customers, so I could figure out the growth cycle and like when's the best time to plant, when's the best time to harvest, figuring out all that kind of stuff. So a big thing is just like,
just keep doing it.
Don't overanalyze. Start and go. Like an analogy to that is we go to a university, right?
Right.
You finish university and you're trying to get a job, and so many people can't get a job right away because why? You don't have experience. Other people go to college for 2 years and then get an apprenticeship as like a plumber or electrician or whatever, and they're like in the job market like that.
Right.
Because ingrained into their education was experience.
Right.
So the best way to learn pretty much everything is just do it.
For sure.
Simple as that. Just do it.
For sure. You will get better at the things that you do.
Yep.
No matter what it is, good or bad. So if you had to practice to binge watch Netflix. I know it seems like stupid to say that, but like you literally had to practice that by doing it. So anything else in life, if you want to be fit, you're going to have to practice working out. You want to eat, like you want to be nutritious, you're going to have to practice good eating habits.
Facts.
You want to be good in business, you're going to have to practice whatever skill that you're trying, or service that you're trying to provide. And the more you do that, you're going to be shit. You're going to be bad.
Oh.
And that's okay. But it's not okay to stay bad.
Yep.
You just got to keep learning and keep getting like I said, 1% better every time. So you should be able to see and measure the change you make over time because of the work you put in. And like, trust me and believe, everyone knows when you haven't put the work in. Everyone knows. It's not just you, but you yourself know, but like everyone knows. So don't cheat your vision. Don't cheat yourself, and just give your absolute best effort, because that's what it's going to take, no matter what.
Facts.
On that note, man, we had a good conversation here today, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad you stopped by. You gave some gems to the people. They know where to find you. You know what? Give them your info again one more time, just so it's fresh in their head.
Yeah, for sure. So the website is TorontoMicogreens.ca. The Instagram is TO Microgreens. And you can get us by email at TorontoMicrogreens@outlook.ca or Chad, CHADD, at TorontoMicrogreens.ca.
Perfect. And like I said, I'm going to make sure I put all of that info into the description, so it's easily copy and pastable, so you guys can go find it, order from my boy. You guys won't regret it. It's definitely a good product. I have sampled it enormously. Shout out to Chad for always hooking it up for me. But yeah, that's it today, man. Short, sweet, to the point. I hope you guys got something from this. I hope I see more people pop up with their business ideas and chasing their dreams, and even just doing their passions, even if it's not like a monetary thing. Like, honest, that's another thing too. Like, we don't have to always be chasing the bag. I know, like, getting to the bag is like the thing.
Facts.
And like, it's important because, you know, the bag kind of controls our life in terms of how we're able to maneuver. But it's also important to enjoy what you're doing when you're chasing the bag. So I hope you guys find that thing that, you know, gives you that happiness and gives you that thing where you're like, ah, man, this is the right thing for me, and the work doesn't feel worky. So with that being said, King Ramsey, aka Ty, signing off, and my boy Chad, reminding you there's always room to Tek Thyme. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next time with another guest. I don't know who it's going to be yet, but we're trying to kind of keep this ball rolling and keep it special like this. Peace. Thanks for tuning in. Share and subscribe to become part of the community. We'll see you next time. And remember, no matter how crazy life gets, there's always room to Tek Thyme.